tell a bitch who's I. Step up in this bitch, I look too fly. Custody your shit on Ventura. Took a midnight swim in my jewel.
Hey pretty people, today I'm going to show you how to take your white lace wigs and ashy installs to be melted and perfected, and you can do this without bleaching because personally I don't bleach any of my wigs. First, I do melt my cap. I do think this is a very important, not only to protect your hair and edges, but to give you that clean look that you want, especially because of working with a more difficult lace. But first things first, after you do your cap, you want to clean off with alcohol. Sometimes alcohol is a little bit too harsh for your skin, so you might just want to use a very clarifying soap, but as of today I'm just using some alcohol. Again, my wig cap is not directly on my edges. It's about a little bit above my edges just because we're not trying to tear out our edges, you guys. Today I have a unit from Idoli. It's a 32-inch deep wave lace frontal. It's a human hair wig, 13x6. As you can see, that lace is very white. Most of the time people will go in and bleach that, but today we're not going to, okay? All I did is put makeup on the actual cap. The goal is not to put any makeup on the part of the lace that you're going to be gluing. Trust me, this makes a huge difference. Not only will your install last longer when you have a difficult lace or even a great lace, it makes the melting process so much more seamless. Another important tip is to make sure your wig fits. Try your wig on before gluing or doing anything because you can tighten the back strap to make sure it's tighter to your head, or you may have a bigger head like me and you may need to cut the sides to make sure it fits appropriately. This is a big thing when it comes to melting effortlessly because if the wig is too small, it will be pulling and your wig installs will never last. And if it's too big, you'll have ripples and it will never be completely flat. So this is important to size your wig, you guys, and make sure it fits comfortably for your head. This specific wig from Idoli actually fits perfect, so I can definitely say that it is big head friendly because that's something I've always dealt with, is my wigs being too small. And not only that, I now have locks, so it makes it even more difficult to find wigs that fit my head, and this wig fits perfectly. But yeah, it's very important. Also, as you guys can see, the lace is brown, but where I'm going to glue is still white. This is what I mean by not putting any foundation or any color on the top of the lace. This is going to make a big difference, and please follow that step, you guys. Once the wig is fitting firmly on your head, this is the time to pretty much know where exactly you're going to put your lace. I personally like to size everything, make sure it's further than my actual wig cap, and I take a pen and literally mark, okay? You can do a little dot, but I kind of do it somewhere where it won't be seen anymore once I actually cut it. Also, I make sure to cut out my ear tabs. People do it different ways, but for me, I literally mark it while it's on my head, so I have the perfect ear tabs. You also can take the wig off and cut your ear tabs off if you're not that comfortable with scissors next to your ear, but for me, it's easier for me to do it on my head. But yeah, just be careful, cut the ear tabs off, and make sure everything is fitting comfortably. If you don't cut off your ear tabs, is mainly probably the reason why your wigs never sit correctly or your ear tabs always come up during your installs. So yeah, that may be something too. I used to struggle with that as well. You're not alone, but this is how you do it. Make sure to take your time and do it on both sides. Sometimes the sides aren't even, but also your head sometimes isn't even, so don't be worried about that, guys, okay? Then I go in again with the pen to mark exactly where I'm going to place the wig at. As you can see, it's above my wig cap. I'm not putting it directly on my wig cap. Yes, glue will go on my wig cap, but you don't want it directly on there because you don't want it to slide back. Also, we want the install to give skin, so being a little bit above on your actual skin is perfect. And then the rest of the glue will be on the actual, wig cap. This is another giant tip that you need to do. Push all the hair back. If you wash the hair before putting it on, you need to hot comb, mousse it back. You do not want any hair getting inside the lace. This is actually very common and really messes up your install, so please make sure all the hair is pushed back. Now let's get to the installation part. You can go back in with alcohol, you can go in with your wig protectant, all that stuff on your head. That's what I was doing right here, because now we're about to get ready to glue. I'm using Bold Hold today. Only thing is, y'all, start with small layers. When I say small, I mean the smaller the better. I still think, even looking at this video, I used too much glue because you want it to spread evenly and you want it to dry 100% clear. You can use anything to spread it out. Today I used my finger because I wanted it to be real smooth, real even. You can use a popsicle stick, you can use the back of a rat tail comb, you can use an edge brush, smoother comb part. Just make sure that it is clean so nothing gets stuck to the glue and it's evenly spread out. And after each time you apply glue, please clean it off with alcohol. This makes a huge difference. Also, when spreading it, you want to spread it about 1 to 2 inches so it's on your head but also on that wig cap, as you can see I'm doing in the video. I do this process about 3 to 4 times. Today I did it 4 times, but with bolt hold you can do it up to 7. It really depends on how long you want to wear your wig. But yeah, do that same process, light layers, and make sure it dries completely clear. It should look like this, not like this, before you add another layer. Once your layers are done, it's time to place the wig. This is important, guys, because we do not want any ripples inside of our lace. When I say pull it down, pull it down. Make sure it's straight. Make sure when you're placing it on the wig that everything is straight. Take your time. Work side to side. And then go ahead and push it in. Some people use a comb, which is fine, but first just try to place the wig where it's supposed to be. Once the lace is where you want it, that's when you take your comb and you're literally putting the lace into the glue. This is why it's very important not to put makeup there, because usually it kind of creates a barrier between your skin and the glue and it doesn't stick. So yeah, the wig is going to be stuck, okay? So with the comb, we're just putting everything into place and locking it in. Now we're about to tie it down, but before you do, make sure all of the hair is away from the lace and push back. If you have to take a hot comb and push everything back, that is fine. We want everything to be seamless and make sure that the lace is straight. A lot of times people miss this step and they have ripples in their lace, so push everything back. When it comes to your wig band, preferably I say get a clean one so nothing is sticking to your lace. I like to fold it and literally only put it on the part that is melting. I don't need it to be touching the middle of my head because I like to style my hair while it is melting, because the longer you have your melting band on, the better the lace. So instead of splitting the time in half, while it's melting, style your hair so you're guaranteed to have at least an hour or even 30 minutes of your lace being tied down. Also, to each its own, you guys, I literally tie the back of my wig band. I don't just put it to the Velcro. I need it tight, okay? So yeah, if you want your lace to be down, you gotta tie it tight. As my lace is melting, I still like to go in and style. I'll still push in the glue and make sure everything's pressed back. And then I'll go in with another wig band and tie it down because I need it tight, and then also everything will be flat once I take everything off. This is a curly unit, so it's not much I have to do but my edges. So this wig is pretty simple, but if you were curling your hair or doing anything like that, you can go ahead and do that. At this point, all I did is put some mousse and some water in the curls. So y'all, the footage of me cutting the lace and doing my edges is nowhere to be found, so I'm really sorry, guys. But once I took the lace off, it was a little bit white. All I did is put some spritz on it, let the air dry, and then put on some makeup on the lace and then re-tied it down for about 30 minutes, and this is what it looks like. It's very simple. If you guys follow everything else that I said, it will turn out like that, okay? No bleaching was done, no plucking, and this is the look. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if you guys want me to specifically talk about a certain thing when it comes to wigs. I can do that for you guys. I hope you guys love it, and I'll see you guys in another video.